Brighton brings out the best in him. No love lost between these two. Wagner beaten just once by the very, very good David Papo in Nantes in November of last year. Knocked out in round 7 in the end, but put on a decent show against a really good opponent. Hear the voice of his older brother Ryan in the corner. Ryan, the reason that Josh got into boxing in the first place. Had 5 years out of the game where he went down the wrong path. He says he hung out with the wrong people, got involved in the wrong things, but he's back on the straight and narrow and he's built a decent record. Got his hands full here though. Yes, Eubank surely has the speed advantage, number one, Barry.
Oh, he most certainly does, and I think it's important that he doesn't let Eubank get into a rhythm with those darting attacks. So that's going to be hard for Wagner to read those, and plus, you know, he's always reactive. You've got to go out there and try and grab this fight by the scuff of the neck, Wagner, here. Put Eubank under pressure. Test that theory that he's not a natural welterweight. Put him under pressure very, very early, make him fight at a high pace, and for Eubank, pretty much what it is now is going to suit him, that he can take the centre of the ring and just use the faster feet, the faster hands, just to get in and out of trouble.
And that's what Wagner was saying to Harlem Eubank at the weigh-in yesterday when they faced off. He said, "You're not a welterweight, and you know it. I am." And he's certainly the bigger man in there. And he's trying to enjoy himself as well, as Eubank snakes out that jab to the body. He's having a good look at Wagner here.
Even though there's no drama for anybody at the minute, but this is sort of the pace that Wagner, I would say Eubank would prefer. Though he did take a little right hand there coming forward.
Made Eubank miss, didn't he? And he made him pay as well. Didn't catch him clean. Throws a left hook that Eubank blocked, but the Wagner corner encouraged by this start from their man.
Yeah, the way he throws those hooks, he commits to them, so there's plenty of speed, plenty of whip in those overhand rights and those left hooks from Wagner. You go try and get, when Eubank's there, sometimes he goes too far over the front foot, and that's where that left hook for Wagner will really be come into play. He can get it off.
Hear the chant of Eubank, Eubank from the crowd. Good right hand there from Harlem Eubank. You can see that speed difference between them.
And the little feint before he, even though he missed with the left hand, the little feint before that 1-2, which allowed him to get close to land that right hand. I think those fidgety movements are going to be important also for Harlem Eubank here.
It's the feeling out first round at the moment. But little pockets of success for Wagner. Just a slip there. Both fought out of the big-time boxing gym in Orangeville, population of around 30,000. Says that the crowd here won't faze him at all. Doesn't seem to be at the moment. He's focused on the job here, Wagner.
Yeah, and again, a bit of speed there to get that left hook into play there for Wagner, and Eubank not being able to catch that shot.
Eubank says he was surprised at how it felt in there against Catterall at world level. It made him believe even more that he can be a world champion. No matter how the defeat came, the fight after the first defeat, though, is always going to be a test. No matter what he said, no matter what the argument was, you have been beaten. See those feints again that he uses so well from Harlem Eubank.
Yeah, but the corner of Wagner calling for feints, and I think that's right, because earlier in the round he did throw a few feints before he advanced and let his hands go. So I think that's the case for both of them. I think Eubank has a more fluent feint and will probably be able to sell it better than Wagner, but still, a little disguise before you advance is always a good thing.
Then Eubank saw that left hook and blocked it. Wagner wants to make it physical. He's got no problem doing that. We saw Nurali Erdogan do that in what was a terrible fight, but still an interesting one.
But Eubank's good at tying you up, isn't he? I think he's always been good at that. I think gets that arm underneath, lays that chest on top of your shoulder, pushes you down with it, stops you from working away.
Did well to mix the jab up there, went to the body with it.
Cajun, I thought he'd be here, Wagner.
Yeah, you felt all guns blazing was going to be the way, but in a strange way, it's been a more confident, measured start than that. There's another good, accurate jab to the body, though, from Eubank. Such an important punch for him. And a slashing right hand to the body. And that opens up the head for Eubank. That's really good from him.
Just got to be careful here, Wagner, as well, because Eubank's not... Most of his shots are being blocked, but he's the one who's the only one who really thrown the punches here in the last sort of 25, 30, maybe 40 seconds. And maybe nick you the rounds. A good jab there, though, from Eubank. Dipped his knees and jabbed upwards with the left hand.
Something of a chess match here in Brighton at the moment.
Round 3.
Got off his stool a bit quicker.
Nice right hand out the gate there from Eubank.
Yeah, it was a very good fast start, wasn't it? And again, that jab to the body. Oh, and he forced Wagner to take a step back there. It's great speed and accuracy there from Eubank. I think Eubank just senses that Wagner might be vulnerable to the body here. Goes for a big left hook and misses.
Constantly switching stance here, isn't he, Wagner? There he is again, southpaw to orthodox. I mean, that'll keep Eubank second guessing, but also it's hard to get any momentum in your work when you're constantly switching stance.
And Eubank looked for a big right hand and was caught by a left hook there, a big smile on his face. Not a shot that perturbed him.
That's nice there, a little half a feint for through that 1-2 there, Eubank. It's a good jab there from Wagner and a left hook.
Yeah, that's the corner encouraging him to do small steps. They're shouting at him. Trying to narrow that gap between them to land these shots. No question that Harlem Eubank is enjoying himself at the moment as he closes the gap and lands a left hook. I think he's growing in confidence in there, Harlem.
Yeah, he is. Even when he's hitting the gloves, which is or the elbows, which he mainly is, he's still gaining confidence, getting a bit of momentum, and then giving him more belief that he can get closer and let his hands go. I really thought Wagner was going to be more of physical presence here. He's trying to be boxer, clever, smarter fight, but he'll be careful the rounds are not just being stolen off him here. Shot.
Yeah, because over a 10-rounder, it can soon get away from you.
And there's just a glancing blow there from Eubank.
Feels at the moment as if, even in the early stages, Wagner needs to do something to get Eubank's attention here. Because Eubank is starting to get into that rhythm. Jab to the body and really good, sharp right hand.
Yeah, good there for Eubank, just changing the levels with the shots there. It's good work. Dipping the knees to throw the jab, not just leaning down.
Talking to Charlie Beat yesterday, he said we really respect this opponent. That's why we wanted to fight him, but just believe that Harlem's boxing, as well as his speed, is just too good for him. And at the moment, it's starting to look that way. Yeah, that's what they want. I think Crocker himself, for the money, wants Conor Benn. That is the route that the Eubank team sees to a world title. Got to get over this hurdle first, though.
But also, Crocker will fight anyone. He's that sort of guy, but obviously You want to get the biggest fight, the most financially rewarding fight you can get, with that title on his waist.
The other thing Crocker has proved is underestimate him at your peril. See him as an easy route. Good luck. Forcing that jab into the face here of Wagner. Again, he looks for that big right hand. It's clearly the tactic, isn't he? He's trying to set up that big finishing shot here, Eubank.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a good shot from Eubank, but to be fair to Wagner, he did ride the shot, just took the sting out of the punch. Didn't take the full brunt of it, but still a scoring shot from Eubank.
And he's starting to pound into the face of Wagner. You can just see the reddening. A little bit of blood around the nose and the ear as well of Josh Wagner.
But it's at the pace that Eubank wants to fight at the minute.
Again, that level change. Does it so effortlessly with that jab to head and body. Wagner needs to find a way to counter it.
He had to go there, but it lacked the conviction of earlier assaults there from Wagner. I think he's just waiting a little bit too long here. Again, he got a really fast left hook, and he's not really using it as much as he should. Eubank does step over that front foot. There's opportunity to let that punch go.
Somehow, Wagner needs to change the pattern of this, because if he doesn't, he's going to get outboxed and either get stopped late or beaten comfortably on points. I'm afraid they're the bare facts at the moment. Eubank pounds that jab again into the face of Wagner.
Yeah, lovely smooth work here from Eubank. The feint's working for him, and the double jab. And then certainly that right hand over the top when he commits to it. Having success. That's a good shot.
For that defeat by Papo, Wagner was as high as 12 with the IBF. And at the moment, Eubank is toying with him. Finally does land that right hand. He's turning the screw, and a little bit of success there for Wagner.
Yeah, nice one too from Wagner. Just showing that when he does have a go, he can land.
The main message is you need to start taking risks. You've got to try and land something to knock him out of his rhythm. At the moment, Harlem Eubank is having it all his own way here. Now Wagner tries to close the gap and tries to turn the tide. He's listened to his corner.
He has to be more assertive. I don't think it's about taking risks here for him. Just because when he lets his hands go, he does have success. It's just believing in yourself and let the punches go. You can't win a fight if you don't throw punches, and he barely threw a shot in that last round, but when he did, he landed. So that's got to tell you something. You've got to use your own mind to build from your own confidence. Say, listen, I'm landing, let's go for it. And hit anything. You haven't got to hit the target clean. Eubank doesn't care. He hits the gloves, he hits the arms, he's still throwing. You've got to force Eubank to fight at a higher pace than this, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, Eubank is controlling the pace. They're telling Wagner, start stepping. They want him to up the pace, but Eubank lands a good right hand there.
He sold that livery. He almost threw the jab fully there. He stopped it right on his nose and then threw the right hand over the top.
Back of my stick, back of my stick. Double it up, right hand to spine first. Keep the right hand down to spine first. Good parry.
Well, if tonight was all about levels, all about stepping stones, Harlem Eubank is showing us the kind of level at which he belongs.
He's a clever fighter, Dave. I really think he is. He can be not always eye-pleasing, because he can be in some scrappy affairs the way he holds on and twists you up in times. But I mean, when he's in full flow, I think the little things he does, the little feints, little movements, and up and down with the punches, it's really clever.
Interesting, listening to the Wagner corner, he did land the left hand there, and they said beautiful, but it needs to be more than one, and you couldn't agree more.
But in the first round, Eubank was throwing a shot, he was blocking and countering straight away with real speed. I thought this might be a hard night for Eubank, but so far it's been not that.
That was better, wasn't it? Left hook there from Wagner, followed by a right hand, but still that smile on the face of Harlem Eubank.
But no, Eubank, step forward with it and use that physical strength to try and push Eubank back. Use that forehand to push him back. Let the referee warn you, but push him back, be physical.
Seconds ticking at the end of round number 5. Halfway through the fight here, and Harlem Eubank is dominating it.
Oh, it's nice again. Okay, the little movement before he throws the jab just throws Wagner off.
After the fight,
round 6.
Josh Wagner dropped his gum shield there, but just picks it up and puts it back in his mouth, which is quite refreshing. He's got that egg timer tattoo on his neck, Josh Wagner. It's kind of emblematic of where this fight stands for him at the moment. That sand is starting to slip away.
That's the right idea for Wagner. Okay, most of those are missing, but just make it uncomfortable for Eubank.
Looked over at his brother in the corner there and nodded his head. He's got to make it difficult. And he is doing. He's coming forward now. He's trying to bully Harlem Eubank if he can. At least trying to change the tide a bit.
Yeah, he bowled over a good right hand there. Wagner landed on top of the head there to Eubank. Nice effort. Again, I keep saying it, but those little movements before he throws the punch are working a treat here for Eubank. There's just no continuity in his work, is there, for Wagner? He's taking a break for no reason. Unless he's lacking it in the tank, the energy-wise.
Yeah, every tiny pocket of success he has, he can't even begin to follow it up. Very least with Harlem Eubank, you've got to try and make him fight at a pace he doesn't want to fight at. You've got to knock him out of that rhythm, and Wagner, at the moment, hasn't come close to doing so.
So it's the same with the guy who you'd think is faster hands and feet and technically maybe better than you.
Good right hand there from Eubank.
You make them fight at a pace that they're not comfortable at, so they make mistakes, and that's where you get them, hopefully. Unless you're super slick yourself.
Remember, he did unravel Wagner round number 7 against Papo, the talented Frenchman.
Waiting too long there, Wagner. And I think it's the little movements that Eubank just is constantly twitching those shoulders, and Wagner's just not confident to let his hands go in the range that he should do. Oh, he's not throwing with belief here, is he? Eubank's done that. He's done this with Eubank to him. He's just taken away his confidence here.
Jab has been relentless. The feints really cleverly used, and the right hand has been sharp and hurtful as well. It's another round in the bank here for Harlem Eubank.
Round 7.
Eubank Senior, you might remember this, 1990, defended his world title against the Canadian. That farcical night against Dan Sherry. That was here.
Good boxer, Sherry. Was he managed by Sugar Ray Leonard, Dan Sherry?
Was, yeah.
Was, wasn't he?
Who is, of course, Harlem Eubank's hero. He knows what he needs to do, Josh Wagner. It's whether he can do it.
just needs to land with a big shot. I think a shot, a clean shot. That might give him some bit more confidence, because at the minute, Eubank's drained the confidence from him. He really has. So even when he's throwing, though, it's not the same speed, conviction. He's starting to snatch at his shots. The distance is wrong, and you know when a guy lacks confidence, because he's not boxing at his range. He's trying to get too close before he lets his hands go.
There were those who felt that Wagner could at least ruffle some feathers here, and he might yet, but so far Eubank far too good. And there's a bit more force in those shots now, a bit more venom. That's a better left hand from Wagner.
And you know what? He's done it all from the centre of the ring, Eubank, not from dancing around like we thought he might have to on the back foot at times, or darting out with combinations. And he does so well. He's sort of taken the centre of the ring, and he, without being massively physical, has been the bully tonight.
There's the accuracy again of that jab. Will Eubank start to look for something more than he has? Because he's completely dominant.
I think he's too much of a clever fighter to take a risk, I think. Which is not what people want to hear, of course.
Well, there's plenty at stake. His dreams of a world title still very much alive. If he threw this away, well, it'd be quite a long road back. At the moment, there's no danger of that. Wagner needs something really special and highly unlikely the way the fight has gone so far.
The jab's been superb, hasn't it, from Eubank? Been just fantastic. Also, the balance has been good for him. The judgment of the distance, he's boxed fantastically well, and he just closed. He's made Wagner close up shop after 2 rounds.
3 rounds to go. Eubank in complete command. It's a shutout surely at the moment. And in that Wagner corner, they were just telling him to go now. It's his only chance. Left hook lands from Wagner. That's better from him.
So, I mean, all it's been for most of the fight has been the lack of belief for Wagner. I'm not saying he would be ahead at this point, because Eubank's done that. He's sucked the confidence out of him. But I mean, when he lets his hands go, he does have success.
Another left hook there from Wagner. Eubank ducks down. Wagner tries to tee off. This time he lunges forward with a right hand. Eubank responds. Now a fight might be breaking out here in round number 8.
I think Wagner felt that right hand there from Eubank, and Eubank knows it. You see the smile on his face. Calling him on, no, Wagner.
It's the only thing he can do. Hear them in the corner for Wagner. Let's fight, let's fight. It's easier said than done when you're up against someone whose jab is as accurate and is as elusive as Harlem Eubank is.
Yeah, it's those little fidgety movements that he's always constantly moving those shoulders up the body, and Wagner just finds it hard to time the shot. But what you've got to do is forget about the movement and just aim for the body, the chest, the shoulders. Don't aim for the head. Just stop that movement with the first shot, and then you get the second shot on target. Oh, that's nice. That's more than speed, that is, though. That's good timing and everything there from Eubank. Did you get the corners? So Wagner's corner's telling him he's going to walk right onto it, and then Eubank's corner says, don't listen to him.
Well, plenty going on here, but the main thing that's going on His complete dominance here from Harlem Eubank. A really impressive display. And there might not be any fireworks at the moment, but take nothing away from this. Desperately disappointed to be beaten by Jack Catterall, who himself turned in an outstanding performance at the weekend, of course. Eubank has responded well, has bounced back well so far against an opponent who could have been dangerous, but Eubank hasn't let him beat. They know their man is getting the job done, and they know how efficiently he is getting it done. Wagner trying to double up the jab to get in close, to try and land that right hand. Straight left hand there from Wagner.
And if you're seeing the fight as we're seeing it, then he's just got to stay on his feet to win here, hasn't he, Harlem Eubank? But it's still important for him to still be positive, not allow Wagner any confidence, not allow him back into the fight. Still maintain what you're doing, take that centre and still be the boss. Just the concentration. Don't go too far over that front foot, don't overreach with the right hand. Don't make any silly mistakes now.
Whether southpaw or orthodox, Josh Wagner has been a step behind Harlem Eubank. He's been somewhere near his best here. Good sharp right hand from Harlem. They want him to throw the overhand right.
See, they're trying to tell him all the things, double the jab, that gets you close, doesn't it, when you double jab with speed. They just want him close to the target to let his hands go, and he just can't summon up the confidence to do it.
Yeah, Eubank has taken that away from him. And now we're getting into Hail Mary territory for Wagner. All he could do is land something big, and it seems so unlikely. Of course, Eubank needs to stick to the task, because we have seen it happen.
Yeah, if anything, it looks like Eubank's going to land with a big shot first. I mean, no, I've said that. But he's the one full of energy here, Harlem Eubank.
Well, after he lost to Papo, he went to Medellin in Colombia, Josh Wagner, and knocked out a fighter called Juvenal Herrera in the first round. But turns out there's an immense gulf between the challenge there and the challenge here in Brighton.
Two good right hands there from Eubank, one straight and then just a second ago, little sort of half hook, half uppercut with the right hand. Took him well though, Wagner, but they were lovely shots there from Harlem Eubank.
We head for the final 10 seconds of the penultimate round. That stung Wagner, that right hand. We saw the leg stiffen for a moment there.
Final round.
So, 10th and final round here in Brighton. A shutout, surely, so far from Harlem Eubank. And will he go for the finish here? That surely is the only question left to answer. Wagner has been completely outclassed. Left hook from Wagner, but anything here, unless it's spectacular, is too little too late. Wonder what Lewis Crocker's making of this ringside.
He won't be worried at all. I mean, maybe he should, but he won't be. I mean, I think Harlem Eubank's a harder man to fight than he is to watch, if that makes any sense. You can watch and go, ah, do you know what? Those shots Wagner landed with, if I landed with those shots, he'd be in trouble. And maybe he would with Lewis Crocker, who punches harder than what his record would suggest.
Doubling and trebling up the jab now, Eubank. And that has been the punch to take away from this fight. He's been supremely accurate with it. Good right hand there from Eubank. Maybe putting his foot on the gas a touch here. Needs to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught in a firefight here. Eubank, no need to do that. He needs to keep the same energy that he's had every round, which he's impressively kept. That same amount of energy. The fitness has been fantastic. But don't do more than you have to. Don't be too greedy. Unless he looks like he's out on his feet, but he's...
Chopping right hand there from Eubank. That follow-up looked a little bit low to me. But Eubank's got the fire in his eyes here. It has been a one-sided beating, this, from Harlem Eubank, and it's proof that in 2026 he is ready again for much bigger challenges. Make no mistake, there were those who thought this fella would be a difficult opponent for him because of his size, because of his ability, because of his power, but Eubank has neutralized all of that here.
He's taken the centre of the ring, used his experience now, which he is an experienced veteran now in many ways. Took the centre of the ring and he's dominated the fight from the offset. Even some of those rounds, you know, where Wagner had a bit of success, he couldn't maintain it or sustain it. And Eubank's fitness, everything about him, his judgment, his time and his distance has been really on point tonight.
It's not going to be a Brighton stoppage again for Harlem Eubank, but it's a stellar display. He is right back on track here.
Boxing fans ringside, after 10 rounds, we go to the judges at ringside. Amy Pugh sees the contest at 99-91. Judges Darren Sargison and Kieran McCann are both in agreement at 100-90. All three judges score in favour of the winner by unanimous decision this evening from Brighton.